Hello friends, my name is Koolio, and today we are going over the abilities for a brand new hero that was just released into Warsong, Irene the Spirit Summoner. Now, I will be having a gameplay video of her coming in the near future to show off her combos and play style. Now, Irene has some very interesting mechanics, as she not only has to deal with her own movement and positioning, but also the movement of her spirit companion, as well as which spirit companion she currently has summoned, either the Forbidden Guard or the Ancient Emperor Spirit. Now, usually I would like to start off talking about the character's passive ability and then move on to the first, second, and then finally their ultimate. However, I feel it is extremely important to talk about her second ability, Summon of Heldes, I believe. Now, I apologize as the localization isn't perfect, so I'll do my best on the names and the explanations for these abilities. Now, her second ability is her primary ability for moving and positioning her summoned Spirit Knight. Now, when it is activated, she will place a banner on the ground, creating a slow speed field and causing magical damage. So any enemy that goes into this field will be slowed down. Now, her spirit will also charge towards the banner, causing additional magical damage to surrounding enemies. Now, there is an additional effect for this ability that coincides with her ultimate, but I'll get to that later. Now, this ability is key because if you need to move your spirit around, that's the main ability that you're going to be using to position your summoned spirit, either to chase after an enemy or to get the spirit closer to you. So pay attention to that ability, because I will talk about some of the other abilities later and kind of think in your mind how this will play out with her second ability. Now, let's talk about her passive. Now, her passive ability has her Spirit Knight automatically attacking nearby enemies, and it will also prioritize enemy heroes over minions and jungle mobs. Now, if Irene happens to die, her summoned spirit will detonate, causing magical damage to any nearby enemies. Now, for her first ability, it's called Revenge, and it has her summoned spirit swirl its lance in a circle around them, causing magical damage. And if Irene happens to be in range, when the ability goes off, she receives a small physical shield, which can lead to our first difficult choice when playing this new mage. Do I either send my spirit forward, charging at the banner to damage enemies in a combo attack, or do I keep him close in case I need to activate my shield for a quick defensive boost? Now, more complicated and powerful abilities come into play with her ultimate ability, Forbidden Spell, the Old City Wall. Now, when she activates this ability, her Forbidden Guard, the weaker of the two summoned spirits, is replaced by the Ancient Emperor Spirit. Now, she can target where this new spirit summons, and where it is summoned, it will cause magical damage and stun the enemy for a short duration. Now, I talked about how her second ability has an additional effect. Well, if you happen to activate it while the Ancient Emperor Spirit is summoned, not only will it do magical damage, but it will add an additional stun on top of that. And with some additional cooldown reduction, you should be able to cast the stun ability multiple times while the spirit is summoned. I found it very effective to activate my ultimate ability, stunning the enemy, and then as soon as their stun comes off of its cooldown, I will cast the second ability, stunning it yet again, and then within about, I believe around 3 seconds during my test, you can activate the ability again, and then 3 seconds later, activate it again. However, now I do have some warnings for this character. First off, the Ancient Emperor Spirit only lasts for 12 seconds, so be wise on when you decide to use them. However, I didn't get super far into my playtest for this character, so it may last a little bit longer on higher levels, but just let you know it doesn't last forever. Second, your spirit, as far as I can tell, only seems to come back to you when you walk a certain distance away from it, or try to activate its second ability to get it closer to you. But I will find out more once I actually get a more in-depth chance to play her in a real match. And finally, without your spirit nearby, Irene is extremely vulnerable to other heroes, especially assassins. Well guys, I hope you liked the video, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Warsong gameplay videos coming in the future. See you, my friends.